As many of you know, last year I had the pleasure of doing a little bit of work on Iron Man 3. And now that the release is upon us, I can finally open my yapper about what I was doing off the grid those couple of weeks. Yes, folks, I was Don Cheadle's stunt double. But after cutting too many gassers in the Iron Patriot suit, I was bumped down to production assistant. No biggie though, I was still there like a fucking boss baby. I was working alongside executive producer Steven Broussard and Marvel producer Kevin Feige, two totally awesome dudes, might I add. I'd say, for my first foray into Hollywood, that ain't too shabby, considering I'm just a weirdo who lives in Miami and plays with wigs in her bedroom. I need a new hobby. Whatevs, because right now, it's motherfucking review time, bitches! Cue some footage of me acting a fool. So it's kind of a surreal thing to sit here and review a film that you got to work on, you know? It's kind of like holding your baby post-delivery and picking it apart, you know? Like, oh, what a cute baby. But what a big fucking head. Oh my god. Is that a lacy eye? What did I have sex with? Alf? I mean, who the fuck does that? Aside from my parents. So, Iron Man 3 popped the old hymen of the second phase of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And for those of you who are watching thus far, don't worry, this review is completely spoiler-free, so you can watch me and then go to the movies later and be like, ah, she didn't spoil a damn thing. I love that bitch. So we find our boy Tony a little worse for wear following the events of the Avengers, and yeah, he's battling some pretty righteous PTSD, one of the side effects from consuming bad NYC shawarma. So, he buries himself in one he knows best, building some pretty redonkulous hardware. This time around, some of his past sins are coming back to haunt him, and the Mandarin, a new terrorist threat, is forcing him to put himself and those he cares about in harm's way. Shane Black takes over the director's chair this time around, and the Kiss Kiss Bang Bang director's influence can definitely be seen here. This is easily the funniest film of the franchise, and the most action-packed. RDJ is on his A-game, as always, and, Iron Man films just seem to work really well when you let him chew up the scenery and play off the supporting cast. This is a much stronger film than Iron Man 2, which suffered from a fairly shallow revenge plot. Iron Man 3 is about Tony Stark the man, and his personal growth as he learns what it really means to be Iron Man. It is about him overcoming his frailties against almost impossible odds. With that being said, the film delivers on all those key levels. If I had to pick a gripe, the extremist element of the plot could have been a bit more fleshed out, but the inspiration from the series of the same name is clear. But it has to be noted that this film will definitely polarize a lot of shellhead diehards out there. There will most definitely be a lot of fanboys flinging feces at the screen at certain key plot points, but might I add that I was sort of okay with the elephant in the room. I mean, it really does make sense in its execution, and I don't know, Iron Man's mythology is an absolute gospel to me, unlike Batman and some other characters. So, I think that's the mating sound of a lemur.
I like to move it.
Not for nothing, but RDJ's portrayal of Tony Stark has more in common with the Ultimate Universe than any other iteration of Shellhead. I mean, dude, it's almost impossible not to think of RDJ when you think of Iron Man. I'm telling you folks, this divisive issue in context works. But, you know, that's all I'm gonna say for now. You know what I'm saying? I don't really, I don't really, I'm gonna say anything, you know what I'm saying? I said, I'm done. So overall, I have to give this flick 2 big geeky boners. Buggling. These are my boners. It was a fitting beginning to Phase 2 and a great logical closure point in Iron Man's first trilogy. So I know some of you are asking me stuff like, hey Jenny, any weird stories from the shoot? Hey Jenny, did you get to meet Iron Man? Did you guys have sex? Allow me to correct you, sweetums. His name is actually Robert Downey Jr., or RDJ. Tony Stark is the character that he plays in the film. And you know, it's all this crazy technical movie magic shizzle that you normal non-Hollywood folk will understand, so why even bother trying? To answer all of your questions, though, yes I did. And I will leave you with this little story. It's my 4th day on set, and this super large Miami Beach mansion, and I'm freaking beat. So me and the creative executive are just chilling. It's been a long day, you know, like I said, I'm beat. I have my head back against the chair, and he's looking over some, you know, Iron Man 1 footage for continuity. And so, okay, I'm staring at this swinging door, and all of a sudden, through that same swinging door, Robert Downey Jr. walks in like a force of nature. And I half expected him to say some sort of dramatic or witty one-liner. However, he just stood there and stared. Kind of exactly like this. And it went on for an awkwardly long-ass time. It kind of felt like he was trying to find my soul. So then he finally decides to walk around me, and he approaches the creative executive with a really random question. Are you happy? And then he walks away, disappearing into the ether. Like a strange yet majestic man. All I could think to myself at that moment was, shit, that was fucking Tony Stark. And then I thought, shit, that was awkward as fuck. But I wouldn't have it any other way, though I'm fairly certain that he still has my soul. So until then, stay geeky, my friends. You can let go of my nose now. Play off the supporting Why can't I make regular talk to camera? I always make mistakes. But after... Ugh. What is that pigeon doing? Oh, it's being a pigeon. Because it just took a shit. Do you hear my stomach? Because it be growling and shit. What the hell, man? I fed you. Shit. It's still talking to me. It don't respect. Respect me, stomach. Oh my goodness, I'm so tired. I have to do so many things. So many things. You can go back to your home, Iron Man. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.